Hi everybody, this is Marlon. I'm here today, which can only mean one very good thing, and that is, in mere moments, we will be joined, perhaps in a warm embrace, around a corner, and enjoying, much to our great merriment, a delicious treat. And my job for you and for me, and not for you, Charlie, sucker, would be to create such a thing, and I would like for you to join me in the viewing of this so that you may sometime at your great leisure, while you're wearing your pleather, also do this thing, and then you can share with your peoples. So today I was looking at the calendar this morning, and I was like, holy cowboys and Indians, look at the time, how it is flying by. I don't like to be a slave to the calendar, but sometimes it is helpful when picking up my dry cleaning fineries. But as I was staring at it, I was thinking to myself, it is time to make something which is somewhat related to a certain time of year. I don't like to think of myself as a seasonalist. I don't like to be confined by such devices, and I don't like to put my cojones in a vice and be crunched that way, because it's not fun. Maybe one time with light pressure it can be enjoyable, but I think you know what I'm saying here, and that is, when I was looking at that calendar and I was thinking to myself, let's do something that would be for this timely amount of years, so I'm sort of combining two elements of times of year and places. I know I'm not explaining it too well, but if I show, as they say, the cardinal rule of filmmaking is to show and not to tell. So today I will show you something, and hello, I'm Marlon. What is your name? We're going to start with some things I've already created. This is very simple, is what I enjoy about this deliciousness. And what we already have it here in this bowl. Oh, your booty! Come to daddy. We're having here cream cheese, butter, vanilla. It smells good that way. It smells, ooh, almost too good. Too good for school, vanilla. Ooh, that's robust. So what do we have in here? What have I told you? We also have powdered sugar. Those are the elements that make up this thing. You just mix that all together and it's good, clean fun. Then what we add is our Jello or Olage. I believe in Finland, where everything's upside down, they call this Olage. It's very good. It's good there, it's good here. Might be a little better there. We put in our Olage. Olage! And then after we can do a little slam dunk. He's open from the key. Ooh, no good. Wave it off. You probably heard the 3-second clock expire. I play with a 3-second clock. It's a much faster game. Ugh. So we add some of the Olage. Also we have here pure whole milkiness. Some people like to drink it right out of the carton, and I profess to be one of those people. You're either one of those or not one of those. Sometimes you just have to choose sides in life. Ooh. But some of this. We'll all keep our fingers crossed that it'll all fit in the bowl. Oh! I can hardly imagine that it could be called for 6 cups of milk, but look on there, that's exactly what it says. But you know and I know that 6 cups of milk is not gonna fit in this bowl. But we're not gonna let that worry. Me? Will it worry you? Will you worry for me? I'd like to, for a moment, while I'm mixing this concoction. Jesus, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Ka-bada-bada, the buda-buda, the bida-bida. Ada-bada-bada, bada-bada-bada, and the bada-bada, Now I'm doing it right. Hello. I would like to take a moment to mention a friend of mine, a fellow collaborator. He likes to come over and we like to jam Oni. It's good fun. And he was a man who has some recognition back in, say 20, couple decades ago. And if you were to see him today, if you were to hear him, you would say that man is still got the magic. And where he keeps much of his magic is he's got these amazing, I'm a little jealous, golden locks. So beautiful, so beautiful. Still looking lovely. I don't know what kind of shampoo he uses. Marlon would have to try some of that. Need to maybe fluff it up. But I'm talking about a man who we know and we love his voice and his piano tinklings. But a lot of people don't know it went by the wayside about his bravery, and that's what I would like to speak of. Today is the courageousness of this man who I know helped me through some rough times and so many other millions of peoples. He did a very, you would think, unpopular thing. We're gonna add some more Olige. That's 2 packages of Olige. If you're keeping score, you may want to. He wrote a song back then and about a problem. It's Marlon is open, he's doing his thing. He's saying fake out. Look at the hand, look at the hand. Shoot! No! D! That was close. But no cigars for me and none for you. Trying to cut down. He spoke out about an issue in song about a problem that he was having, and I don't think he has it anymore. And not something very flashy, not like the your other diseases that are so exciting, but this is one was about how do you say it? Premature ejaculation, which was a problem that he was having. It was a song, you probably remember it. It was called I Did It, I Did It, I Did It in a Minute. And a lot of people, I think, were sidetracked by the fact that there was such a beautiful, fun, catchy melody that we could all shake our tatas to. I did it in a minute. I think you remember it. And we overlooked the message what he was trying to convey. And but some people, the people I believe who he was trying to reach out to, heard it deep down, heard it, and heard the pain. And we're relieved to know that there was somebody that was out there, they were not alone, that had this same scenario happen to them. And this was someone that was okay. Look at this. This is so far exceeding this bowl. Let me get to see in that. Mmm, so chocolatey. It looks like a big pile of goo. Oh, ooh, ay. In my mind, if I were to get into the time machine, which is at the shop today, damn it, I would have go back and maybe chop-oni this recipe in half. Because what we're seeing here is a situation which happens. It happens sometimes where you get so overjoyed by the deliciousness of your fine ingredients that you jump over the board and you get this kind of a situation. And what to do? What to do? Sometimes life will drop on you. Will drop into your bowl a problem, and you simply have to use your wits if you were to have them. Or I sometimes ask Jeeves. Do you know of him? He knows so much, Jeeves. He's a smart one, Jeeves. I think I love Jeeves. I love you, Jeeves. For you do, Jeeves. This is quite a mess. I don't know. I don't know what to do with a big bowl of poo. Stir my life away, waiting for a sunny day to get back to you. Hey, stir my life away, waiting for a better day and get back to you. I'd like to interject little moments from my CD. I'm sure you have it at home, you know what I'm speaking of, but when you're cooking in the kitchen, there's so many elements that could come into play which can create a better experience for you and for your outcome, and music is a very huge part of that. So I very suggest that you find something. Ballet! Son of a bee! He's so playful, that one. He inspires me. But you find some kind of tunes that just makes your mood burst right up, and that will come out when your guest is chomping into that loveliness which you have created. That bit of fun that you put into it will jump right back out. Will jump into their mouth and into their tummy. Maybe their tummy's not quite so big as Marlon's. Ooh, feel it. That's too bad, because when you got a big tummy, it's more to feel good. Feel so good. That's thick concoction. Look at that. Ooh, it's looking at about 2 o'clock. Now, I'll tell you what, this recipe actually, if you were to believe it, you may not, actually calls for 2 more cups of milk and a whole tub of Cool Whip. Okay? That's not gonna fit in this bowl. It's not gonna fit in the bowl. And so I'm just gonna have to explain to you how it would. I'm gonna try it though. Interesting. What you do after you've mixed it all together is you'll take this bowl. What's in here? This is what we call the cookies, crumbled cookies. It is the dirt of the concoction. This is what we're making here, is a dirt cake. See? So So you would layer your pan element. Some people like to make it in some kind of a pot, maybe some kind of a like a planting pot. Perhaps it adds a fun element to it. If you want to try that, please do so. You could use a pan like this. You could use any kind of a pan. I don't know if it's gonna fit in this pan, quite frankly, to be frank with you. You'd simply layer, you would do a layer of dirt in here, and then you put a layer of your goop, and then you put a layer of dirt and goop and dirt and goop, and then you have something about this high, and it's But what's the beauty of this, the whole thing is no cooking happens. You don't need it. It's good to make on a hot day because you don't have to turn on your oven. And that can create some kind of sweatiness. Sometimes Marlon likes to sweat to the oldies in his kitchen while he's cooking. And that's fun. But maybe you don't need to do such a thing. So on a hot day, you'll just maybe put on your robe and then maybe nothing else. Your socks, because there can be sharp objects on the floor of your kitchen area, and then you just dance around and you can cook this dirt cake. And the fun part is putting the layers together, and you can add other kinds of elements. Some people look at this big pile of dirt. Ooh, what? Oh, ah! Ooh, look at that! Oh, goo. Some people can put those gummy wormies in there, and that makes them a spooky thing. It's like they're coming out of the dirt and squirming around, and that's good fun between you and I. So that right there, you see it, the elements which will come together sometime, is what we call our dirt cake. It's fun for the this fall coming into winter. What I like to do, a little secret, is when I'm finished with the layering, is I then put a whole nother layer on the top of it of my friend Cool Whipness. And what that creates is as what happens this time of year in some places, not here on the island, we're blessed with warm climates, but you get that first dusting of snow, which does so much as to cover everything with a whiteness. And it's such a beautiful thing. Can be so, I don't know if you've experienced this, the morning after snowfall, and everything is so quiet. You can hear a pin drop, and very serene. And you can recreate that with your dirt cake when you put the coop on top, and it has that feeling to it, that what we call a vibe in the cooking business. And it brings you back to that moment of that serenity, of that first snowfall, when you see those golden white flakes come down. And they say no two are alike, and no two things you cook also are alike as well. So remember that, keep that somewhere in a nugget, in a capsule in your brain. And please do enjoy. I've heard told, and I must confess to you, I've experienced myself with this cake, which is fine any time of day or night you want to enjoy it. It's especially good if you have just eaten some delicious steak. You don't have to go in that direction, but I'm just telling you something. If you were to try that, you would be very gleeful, which is what I would like to see in you. Looks good on you. Looks good on you. This is Marlon saying hello and goodbye, and enjoy some delicious dirt. Oh, that's so good. I want to scream with pleasure.